Hello friends and welcome! I'm Loriana and today we're going to talk about sugar and why and how I managed to do a 3-month no sugar challenge. I have to admit it was kind of a spontaneous decision after I watched someone who did a similar challenge and talked about the side effects of eating sugar. I realized that I kind of saw myself in some of the side effects, and it was pretty much eye-opening for me because I saw how much it became to depend on sugar. Although I was having a pretty healthy lifestyle, I was in denial when it came to how much I was eating sugar. I always said that I just eat sweets just once in a while, but in reality I was depending on it every single day. I had a bad mood, I ate sugar. Something bad happening, I ate sugar. I was watching TV, I ate sugar. Anything was an excuse for me to eat sugar. We all know that eating sweets can be bad for us, but why exactly? Well, there are several reasons for that. It can increase the chance of obesity, can cause heart problems, tooth decay, accelerates aging, causes addiction, and can also affect mental health. The moment I decided to quit sugar, I was horrified to see how many products actually contain sugar and how many names there are for sugar. Names like dextrose, fructose, sucrose, even honey or maple syrup or agave or stevia. There are more like 50 names for sugar. So why there's so many products that contain sugar? Well, it's easy. Mostly because it tastes better and because it makes you buy again and again and again and again, so causing that addiction effect. You can find it in things like mustard or ketchup or canned food, processed food, granola, or even things that are considered healthy like protein bars. For those who work out, protein bars are very popular, but they do contain a ton of sugar. And there's a good side and a bad side to all of this. And the good side is that there are alternatives to all the products that contain sugar. The bad side is that a lot of times it costs a bit more. So if you're on a budget, this can be a bit of a problem. So what does it all mean? You just quit any type of sugar and everything will be okay? Well, it's a bit more complex than that. The first thing that I did was that I threw all the sugar, all the sweets, and all the food that contained sugar from my home. It wasn't easy, but I did it. And the day after, I felt horrible because I had such huge cravings, and guess what? I didn't have any sweets anymore. I would say that in the first 10 days or so, I was kind of in a withdrawal state. I could barely sleep, I could barely concentrate. I was constantly thinking about sugar, especially during the evenings or during when I was watching TV or movies or anything like that. It was really difficult. But in the end, things started to change, and I truly believe that it was really worth it. As long as you cut all the negative influences around you, like if you live with other people in your house, tell them about your plans and what you want to do, so they don't just come to you with a piece of chocolate or cake or whatever, right? And you just, whatever, you just eat it and that's it. Like I said, it's really not a good idea to quit sugar altogether, and there's a really good reason for that, and that is there are two types of it: natural sugar and added sugar. Natural sugar is the one that you find in fruit and milk, and added sugar is the processed sugar, like the one you get from the fruit, fructose, that has been stripped of its nutritional value. But what does it all mean? Well, natural sugar is better for you because combined with the fibers and everything good in that fruit helps your body absorb that sugar more slowly, giving you more constant energy throughout the day. And the moment you eat added sugar, well, your body absorbs it much more rapidly, which leads to a roller coaster type of energy effect. When you eat sweets, things that promotes addiction, you get that energy spike. The problem with that is that after a while you get an energy drop, and what do you do when you get that? Well, you eat sweets again. And this is what happens. You eat sweets, you get energy spikes, after a while you drop, and then you eat again, and this happens forever. Okay, so after the first 10 days or so, I saw some really cool changes. I slept better, My energy was more constant throughout the day. I felt better. If I ate something sweet from the store, it was a bit too much for me because it was way too sweet, something that had never happened before. Fruits are tastier and sweeter. My mental health improved greatly, and physically, my workouts showed better results. My muscles were more toned and I looked awesome. And now, if you literally put a cake in front of me, I'm not that desperate to eat it anymore. I honestly do not have cravings. Like, I barely have any cravings anymore. And my favorite, I learned how to bake cakes and make sweets sweetened with fruit or dried fruit. In the end, although it wasn't easy to do this and the first 10 days or 2 weeks or so were very difficult, in the end it was really worth it, and I wouldn't change a thing. Now it kind of became a lifestyle for me and I don't feel like going back anymore. Of course, I'm not as strict as I was before. I can still indulge in something sweet once in a while, and I do bake some sweets that are made from fruit or so, but it's definitely different. So I do think that it's better to cut processed sugar as much as you can, but it's still, we only have one life, so it's still good to enjoy and be kind to yourself. Like, there are good days and bad days. So if you have a bad day, like if you really need to eat something, it's perfectly fine. Don't just, be kind to yourself. So as long as you don't make a habit out of this, then you should be okay. And another important thing that I want to say, although I did quit added sugars, I did not quit natural sugars because they're way too important for us to just go without. I do not believe in things like eating too much fruit, and what I mean by that is that there's a high chance that you are already not eating enough fruit, so why cut it even more? So as I said, I'm super excited that I did this. I feel like it really feels like an achievement for me. I feel really proud of myself because I know how I was before. And honestly, now after 3 months, I don't feel like going back. So I want to challenge you to do the 30-day no added sugar. And if you have any questions or just, I want you to let me know in the comments what you think and if you plan on doing this challenge. If you want me to make a video on how to make it easier to quit sugar, if you want me to give you some tips, then let me know in the comments as well. And if you want me to do more videos like this, then let me know. And don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the notification button, and I'll see you next time. Bye!